What's up, Fleazies? Oh yeah, I'm back and we talking all things DCTV Universe, primarily Flash, because with the crossover event, nothing really happened in Supergirl. I hate to say it. So you got me talking Flash, duh. You got Jacksonmillion talking Supergirl, Jack Hind if you didn't know. You got Tatiana talking Legends of Tomorrow, and you got Olivia talking about Arrow, that guy. Yeah, she's gonna hate me for that. Yeah, although, my favorite moment of the episode was when Flash decided to kind of work together with Supergirl in a way and use her to break down the machine that was mind controlling and dominating. You know what I did there? Yeah, I went there. Okay, all right, we're gonna pretend I didn't say it. What I didn't like was it was like, oh, she's just as fast as you are anyway. No, she's not. Okay, we had a moment of silence there for anybody that thought she was. But coming with me today to talk about Supergirl is my boy, Jacksonmillion, AKA Jack Hind. Jack? So during the episode, as I said, my favorite moment, we got to see Barry pretty much use Majin Supergirl.
Mind-controlled Supergirl, for the people like myself who don't know that.
Mind control. As a human wrecking ball.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. See, what I thought they were going to do, so I thought the Flash was running around and he was just making Supergirl like break through walls and like destroy the foundation of that warehouse because their goal was to eventually take down that red pillar thing that was dominating all of them.
Yeah.
And so I thought he was like making her fly through this building, break down the walls, break the foundation so that eventually it would collapse. But what did he do?
Vibrated. Just, it would look something like that.
He looked just like
it
that.
looked exactly like that.
Phased, and she just goes, I didn't know people could go through him when he phased.
Oh yeah, no, when he phases, he can pretty much vibrate his molecules through anything. He just fails to do it because it would erase certain unproblematic problems within the show. But he did it right then because it helped.
And it worked like a charm, didn't it?
Didn't it? Didn't
So
it?
even when Supergirl is being margined,
Majin,
when Supergirl's being margined, Flash still manages to get her going. So it was a nice team up. It was good to see them together. They're the happiest people on the planet.
It was. They're very happy, you know.
Very happy. No idea why though.
You have to be that happy of a person to pay a car note and be able to fly at the same time.
She's an alien.
In this episode of the crossover with Fleazy Flash, I will agree that I do think Oliver should have been the leader of the team.
He should have. I agree that Barry is the one who brought them all together. However, Oliver's the smartest, he's the most talented, and he's the most handsome, and he's the best, character in all the land. So he should have been leader since day one.
All right, okay.
I'm just saying.
Took a little too far. I'm trying to be nice. Okay?
No, but you're right. He should have been the leader. He was calling the shots the whole time.
Yes. Okay. But unfortunately, he wasn't because Barry was the leader. So we're just going to clear that up right now. And I enjoyed seeing the superhero meet and greet that they had. It was cool seeing everybody introduced and like, hey, I'm Kara Danvers, I'm Heatwave, I'm this and that. So, I enjoyed that scene. But like I said, this is probably the only time you will see me say that I agree with anything that came out of Olivia's mouth, even if it wasn't all of it.
He was the best. Team Oliver.
So, Tatiana, always good to have you, girl. My question to you is, and I've been holding this in for a while, why the hell did you and your friends of Legends over here of tomorrow decide they want to come into the Flash episode and start messing stuff up? Can you kindly explain that to the fleazies out there?
First of all, I think they're a little better at time travel and plotted attacks than Barry is. Just saying. Considering the, what would you call it? A screw up? Was it a...
She went there.
Was it...
She went there.
An ultimate screw up? I mean, what, an uber screw up? What's the word?
All right, so what I really want to get at is that training segment that Oliver decided to do was pretty much just Ollie and the Legends versus Supergirl. And if you didn't notice at the end of that training segment, when Iron Man, I'm sorry, the Atom was thrown on the ground.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So,
but give him a break, okay? Because he just made his new suit.
Oh.
He's getting used to it. He still has some upgrades to do, okay? He wants to perfect it, make it better than the other suit. So just ease up. All right, so if we really want to talk about people messing up the timeline, I mean, what is it, an Uber mistake that Barry did?
we all saw it, affected everybody. Everybody!
First of all, I didn't think you were going to take it there.
Put that right there.
But we're not going to pretend that your time-traveling deviants over here
Deviant.
didn't suddenly have a team member who got an illegitimate daughter. I think that's a pretty big mistake. All right?
Illegitimate? No.
Yeah, I think that's a big mistake.
Okay, it's not illegitimate. She's born of two parents, okay, that obviously, as,
First of all,
as
just
Jack
take the
said,
insult.
went to Bangtown or
Take the
Bangtown.
insult for what it is. I don't care if she's really illegitimate or not. All I know is he now has a daughter from y'all, dipping your little dirty fingers in the timeline,
Right.
leaving some nasty ripple effects. Caitlin Snow suddenly finds her new symbiotic relationship. It's like a shark and that little sucky
Because
thing
she needs to
onto
help
Martin Stein.
Somebody, okay, and Martin Stein didn't want to be alone, and he knew that it would just mess with Jax if he brought Jax, and Jax would be like, Stein, what are you doing? Like, you know, we don't need Jax in it.
So is Jax from the 1920s now or something?
I mean, sometimes he talks that way.
Yeah, you kind of do, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
see,
disturbing.
I'm
But
glad we could agree on that.
all I'm saying is, look, I trusted Caitlin for the last 2.5, 3 seasons.
Wait, we're not talking about Kate.
We're talking about Caitlin. You know why? Because she decided when Flash helped her that she wanted to make an ice pick and stab him in his triceptuous mibius,
Because
whatever that was,
she
that
was being
it takes 4 hours to heal on his speed rate.
Okay, she's being overtaken by Killer Frost.
So you can't even explain
I
it.
can't.
Exactly.
But
You can't.
But my mind automatically goes to where they were fighting and she kissed the Flash.
Yeah,
And he was
about
like,
that.
"Oh,
Caitlin, keep your little lips to yourself.
I thought
Keep
it
your
was
little absolute zero,
It's like
I wish
a-
I was wearing Maybelline looking lips to
It's
yourself.
like a Poison Ivy, you know, homage.
Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with it, because Poison Ivy kisses for a reason. Caitlin just kissed to be sassy. That's what Killer Frost is. Her superpower is cold-hearted sassiness.
Hey Arrowheads, I'm Olivia, and it's been the DCTV Crossover Week, and this is the DCTV Universe, and I'm going to talk about Arrow because it's my favorite thing ever, and I think that Arrow had the best episode of the week because it's Arrow, A, and B, because it was the 100th episode, and literally everyone that was in the show and that made the show great to begin with through all 5 seasons was on this episode, and it just brought back so many great memories, and I loved it. Speaking of memories, one of my favorite scenes was in the mansion when everyone was fighting and they had the legends there with them. So I'm going to bring in my girl Tatiana and we're going to talk about it. So not only was this Arrow episode my favorite episode ever, but my favorite scene ever also was the fight scene behind the manor. I just love how it brought everything together, like all the things that happened in the past to these people. For example, Thea and Merlin, how they fought, and how, you know, he's like one of the most influential people in her life. And then how Sarah and Damien Dark fought. That was awesome.
Sarah and Damien Dark, as we know in Legends, that they've been interacting with each other, and she has this like vendetta towards him to go after Dark and just get him. But instead, she basically, you know, brain ninja him. And so here, she actually gets to fight him, and which is awesome. And Thea, Arrow, Sarah just didn't even look.
And
just caught it. I can't do that. I could try. It wouldn't work, but it got it, and then she got Dark.
Such a ninja move. And the fun part of about that, I don't know about fun, but the cool part about that was that she killed him the same way that he killed her sister.
Right.
Hate him. He did deserve it. But he was the best villain of all
Like a
time.
horrible person. He deserved to get stabbed with an arrow.
Well, he kind of did. And also Ollie fighting Deathstroke. Deathstroke's the one who killed Ollie's mom, and he stabbed him through the heart too, which was just like, man, so psychological and crazy. But
So maybe they can release. You're right. Maybe they can release. They're releasing all these emotions that they've been suppressing to kill these.
maybe it'll help them like move on or something. I don't know. Probably not.
That's why the Dominators came.
Dominators. You keep saying
Keep saying the Dominators. Forgive me.
It's good. So we're gonna talk about the emotions because I felt like this episode was like so emotional. Ollie cried. I almost cried.
You almost
Okay,
cried?
I
I
cried.
had a tub of ice cream and a bottle of wine.
I was trying to be tough and be like, I didn't cry, but I totally did. That scene where he was hugging his parents and he was just like, because he knew, it finally clicked what had happened, and he was just like hugging them, and he knew that it was probably going to be the last time that they were going to see him. It was so terrible.
It was Thea. Thea was the one
Yes.
that got me, because you know Oliver, although he's a badass, and he's like made out of stone, but in this one episode, like you say, you see that tear drop like that.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
oh.
and seeing
It made him
Stephen
so
Amell
much more
cry.
handsome too.
I knew that was going to be anything. All good. Oh,
I was like,
Annie
oh my
cries, this beautiful Annie cries. What more do we need in a man? But when Thea, she was almost so shocked of everything that was happening. Guys, I have to say, although I'm a Supergirl boy, this was my favourite episode of the crossover.
See,
Okay,
everyone
Arrow
agrees with
100
me.
Oh, come on, Arrow 100 absolutely crushed it. It was just out of this world. Seeing Deathstroke again blew my mind away. And seeing Robert Queen again and seeing Moira Queen again was just so beautiful. But like we said, Thea stood there and she was like, I don't want to go back. They smell the same, they look the same, they feel
Which is
the same.
understandable.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
I was
would
like,
you,
I
in
don't
that
know if I would go
situation,
back.
What do you think changed her mind? What gave her the change of heart? Because obviously after like 5 minutes later, they walked outside
Yeah,
ready
and
to
she was
take
there.
down the whole bad crew. And she was just like, oh, I had a change of heart. What do you think it was that was the change of heart?
Because she realized that it wasn't real. Like, how are you going to live your life living with these people knowing that it's like, this isn't actually my life. These are not actually these people.
But she was pretty set
It
on
was-
staying there.
It was because it was in the moment of like, I'm with my family right now.
that-
And then she probably thought about it a little longer in the 5 minutes.
Well, she also said as well, I don't want to lose my family
Yeah.
again. And then as she walks outside, she looks at Ollie and says,
Because
I
he
don't
is her
want- 'cause
family, and he's the only one that's real and that's there. And that
See-
will always be there for her.
this is why I like the Arrow episode so much, because there was a lot of heart in this episode.
There was.
A lot of heart.
And everyone being back together. It was just awesome.
Just a Deathstroke. we
Oh,
haven't done.
and
Deathstroke.
the last part where Ollie's about to leave and he's leaving that like dream state, and literally everyone is there in a hologram, like Felicity,
Oh.
his parents, Tommy, everyone's there, and they're just saying how
And he
proud of
looks
them
back.
he is. And they're all like, we're proud of you, basically, and it was just like, that's so sweet, and he got emotional there too.
One thing I will bring up is that Oliver wasn't exactly a big fan of Supergirl. However, I definitely want to believe that this is because Oliver's like, look, if the Dominators mind control you again, you are invincible. Yes, that's right. Supergirl is the best, strongest, fastest. However, like I said, guys, my favorite part was, one of my parts was when Oliver's like, hey, you can't get involved in this. You have to sit back here because one, you're an alien, can't trust aliens. And two, because if somebody can mind control you again, you're just going to kill all of
Which
us.
is true. That's why
You think
Oliver's
that's a good thing?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why Oliver's the smartest one, because he knew all of these things, and he knew that if she got mind controlled, she'd destroy everything. Yeah,
Done. Yeah.
all of these people gone.
Emotional episodes for the win.
So
Bottle of
good.
wine, tub of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Arrow 100.
So I didn't really love that Ollie and the Flash didn't get to hang out too much in the Arrow episode, but it was still okay because Ollie was, 90% there, so it was okay. Anyway, Devon, what was your favorite part of the Flash being an Arrow?
Well, it's pretty obvious. My favorite part was when Supergirl grabbed Cyborg Cynthia, which is what I'm calling her, and threw the alley-oop to Flash, Lob City, all right? And then just out of nowhere, Flash comes and just, boom, hits her with the BAP, which is the big-ass punch, right to the chest.
Didn't you think that was a little extreme, though? It was like
Extreme?
they were like beating her up for no reason.
First of all, I get, I'm all about feminism and whatnot, but did nobody say nothing when Savitar dragged Flash instantaneously through Central City like he was just a what's the name of that little doll? Patchwork Patty? Whatever the name of that little doll is. He just dragged him around town and just was beating him into the ground senselessly. Didn't see no sympathy there. So yeah, no, Cyborg Cynthia got everything she deserved. So, I mean, let's just be honest here and admit that the Flash did something that I don't know, Rugrat version of Team Arrow, the little mini ones with all the kids running around
All right,
with
I
no supervision, what they couldn't do, which was stop Cyborg Cynthia from killing Wild Dog. So she deserved that beatdown that you want to defend so much. She deserved it. And, it'd have been nice to see Supergirl kind of pull a move that her cousin would do and rip that heart out from behind. That would have been awesome. But never mind. No, I took too far.
She wouldn't have deserved that.
She deserved that. She was about to do it to Wild Hog.
No, she.
Wild Hog.
Wild Hog.
Wild
Wild
Dog.
Dog.
I don't know if y'all saw that movie with Martin. That was hilarious.
What's up, guys? It's Tatiana with Legends. You guys, Legends brought it all together. We can always count on Legends to take the entire story and bring it to a close, all nice, neatly wrapped and presented to you. So we're going to talk about it.
Tatiana, how did it feel to get your legends thrown around the warehouse by numero uno Supes?
Okay, it wasn't just the Legends that were
It was
thrown
mainly the
around.
legends. At least
Okay,
Oliver was
it's
like
only-
trying. Like Oliver's like, no, we need.
What are you
to
talking
do
about?
this,
You
know?
saw Sarah, you saw Adam just going at it. And Firestorm, come on, he's like the most powerful almost of all the
Firestorm-
Legends.
oh,
And he went, what are you talking about? Why are you laughing?
I was gonna say Heatwave was like laying dead
Okay.
on the floor. He was like, "Give me a beer."
Even though
Give me a beer.
I really like Mick, yeah, he wasn't really doing a lot.
I There's a lot of talk and a lot of gun, you know. Even with the denominators, even with the dominators, Mick comes out and is like,
Because that's all he has. He has the fire. It's, you know, it's okay. Mick, we love you. I eat
How about
donuts
the
every
way
day
Mick
for you.
introduced himself to Supergirl? Oh, Heatwave. Why do they call you Heatwave?
I burned my family's house down.
Oh, that's colourful.
But he has to keep up his persona. I mean, we all know Mick.
He's
we
a good
love
guy
Mick.
now, though. We know he's a good guy. Do you have a favourite Mick line from this episode?
Yes.
Of course. Which one is your favourite Mick
What is
line?
it? You look like a...
Star-Spangled Idiot. That one got me, but my favourite line, it always comes from the Legends. This one was Ray, and that was when he picks up a Dominator and he goes, "See you later, Dominator."
That was too.
Like,
That was too much. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh.
My cheesy
That
levels
was too
were
much.
like up at a high.
But let's just talk about Citizen Steele's costume.
I love it.
You
Personally.
like it?
Oh yeah, I'm doing that for Halloween next year.
What?
Oh, it's so cool.
Nah,
So
I'm not
cool.
on board with that.
Like I said, budget
No.
issues, they only have to turn.
But they
this
can do
still
something
real.
for real.
You
Guys.
we're gonna get you design Citizen Steele's
I
costume.
will, and it'll be so. That's what I went to school for. Okay, first of all, Supergirl she didn't save the day. It was everybody.
She did.
It was
She saved
Stein.
Oliver's life?
No. Stein saved the day because him and his daughter had a bonding moment, and they made something that would put the Dominators in brutal agony, which obviously made them leave.
Like
So it's
you
actually
talking.
not Supergirl. It's not Supergirl.
She saved Arrow.
Stein, again, who I talked about last time because of his wisdom and his knowledge, he saved the day. Him and his daughter.
Fine, I'll let
Point
you win
blank.
this one.
No, it's just facts.
You win this.
Look at the facts.
She's
Not even
invincible.
feeling.
Even Sarah said Supergirl's invincible, and she thinks she's hot.
Great, she's invincible. She's not very smart.
This beat is
Automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky fresh.
Oh, wait, no, I forgot the recording.
Oh,
Yeah, my
okay.
bad.
Sorry, it's the moment we had. So we want to talk about the Wave Rider, and who did they bring on the Wave Rider?
Cisco and Felicity.
And they totally geeked out. Felicity, when they time traveled, she threw up, and then her speech was messed up. You guys know that's my favorite part when people travel and they come out and she's like, "Wamana." Yeah.
Cisco's got it down. You know, he's Team Flash. They have the stronger stomachs in the.
It's because he vibes everywhere. That's why.
That's true.
why.
That
That's
is
why
true.
he had the stronger stomach. Felicity doesn't really go anywhere, but Cisco, yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, I like Cisco, so it was really cool that he got to come on the Wave Rider and actually experience that, even though it was to get away from Barry. But
I feel like Cisco's gonna be really involved though, especially his little shout outs to Ray when he's like, "Hey, we gonna upgrade the suit," and I'm like, "Yes, finally, more shrinkage, please." It's the only time you'll hear
what
a
is it
man
with
say
you
that.
and shrinkage? Like,
I'm just saying,
for
if we
real,
talk about the
though.
atom, we tired of you. You know,
You know,
need
he
the
does
man.
so much more than just shrinkage.
We don't need him to
And
get bigger though.
with Cisco's help,
Ant-Man.
with-
He's not Giant Man. He
With
don't need to get bigger.
with Cisco's help, I'm sure it'll be way even better than it was.
So he can get suit what, Mark 4, Mark 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally down for that.
So are we just gonna forget the fact that the Flash put a nanite, kind of like iRobot? We must apply the nanites. He put one in every Dominator on the planet.
Yes, him and Supergirl. Okay,
Yeah,
it's not
Flash
just the
definitely
Flash,
put
but it
more
was
on
him and
there. But let's
Supergirl.
not pretend the Supergirl. Flash was, by
Yes.
the time she got to like her third one, the rest of the world was covered.
Right. And Stein made those. I'm just gonna throw it in there.
Yeah,
again.
no, Stein's a genius. And he has,
Yeah.
Caitlin sucking on him right here. It's all good. You get it.
He needed a friend. I
He
said
needed a friend. There's
yeah.
a big age gap there. We need to be careful.
It's okay. I liked their relationship.
I'm just saying, it's already weird
This
that he
was their
jumps inside the
relationship.
body of a 20-year-old black male all the time.
Okay, you know what? Firestorm is awesome. You need to leave them alone. They have an amazing power, and they're like the strongest of the entire Legends team. We've had this debate on Facebook,
You are right.
guys.
I respect
leave them
Firestorm.
alone. They're working on it, and they're awesome together. And
I
Stein
agree.
is a genius. Okay?
Complete genius.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that Cisco left a nice gift for Kara.
Yes, he did.
That he does what with?
He gave it to her, so that way she can come and go anytime she pleases between the Earths.
So, like I said, I still respect your opinion.
Thank you.
But I think the complete opposite.
That's fine.
But what if that little machine that Cisco gave her ends up in the hands of a villain? What you gonna say now? Was that a good
like
idea?
the Legion of Doom? So I really want to say Felicity, she helped out. She's your favorite. She helped out a lot, and she was like the cheerleader of the squad. And she tried to fix everybody's problems, including Cisco, which I thought she was really
I just
awesome.
think that's pretty much Felicity's character in general. She's always super positive and super helpful. She's always in Ollie's ear, just like, telling him to do the right thing and just being super supportive. And I felt like during this whole crossover through all the episodes, she was always just,
kind of not the backbone, but always just being there for everyone. And I thought she did such a great job.
She was the mama.
She was the mama. She was so great.
She was
and
awesome.
her and Cisco basically saved
Heatwave
4 of the
and
legends.
Vixen and
Or 3.
Nate Haywood. Yeah, they saved them. And they finally found those guns and they were like, oh, we're gonna do this. And then poor Heatwave, he was like, did I just get rescued by a bunch of nerds?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
And I love Felicity's and Cisco's relationship. I think it's just so funny. They're just such geeks together.
Okay, so when Cisco and Felicity go back and they save the legends from everything, they actually rescue one of the Dominators. And that actually helps them, so the Dominators don't kill everybody just like, but actually come back and say, I'm going to spare your lives because you spared mine, but I still want Barry. So they're still gonna drop the bomb. But it bought them a little time. Yeah, so Firestorm came, so Sarah Lance and actually Cisco were in the Wave Rider and they found the bomb and they actually held it in Wave Rider, but it was too big and so it was slowly falling to Earth as opposed to fast. And Firestorm came and transmutated.
There we go. There she gets.
See, you like that word?
Yes.
Transmutated.
Yes,
She transmutated the bomb into water and it fell. So that way everybody was saved, the Dominators went away. The Dominators went away.
Like little fairies in the night. What was
Well,
this?
you see them run, they're like, you know, when they run. It was really creepy. They're creepy people. Aliens.
I thought that Legends did a good job of kind of wrapping everything together. You know, they're kind of the underdog of the 4 shows.
Underdog.
I mean,
They're like the most human of the 4
Okay.
shows. They're not
But
the underdog.
I'm
It's
giving
like-
you I'm saying
I'm sorry.
that they did a
Go
good
ahead.
job. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that they did a good job wrapping everything up.
No, they did.
So
Yes.
good job, Legends.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll eat a donut.
Perfect.
So people, what we need to realize, all of you at home, Fleecies, back me up on this. The only reason the Dominators came in the first place is because of the Flash. Why? Because he's the best superhero ever made. He's so funky fresh, by the way, that he don't even trust himself.
Basically, what Devon just said was that Barry caused all of this. So basically, Barry, you ruined the world.
And the timeline.
So
Way to go.
you win.
You screwed up everything that matters to human life.
Good one.
One for you.
Anyway, thanks for watching the DCTV Universe Crossover Week. I had
Yes.
so much fun hanging with my cohorts.
So much fun. I'm a cohort. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you after the mid-season break. Hopefully soon. Until then,
Arrow out.
Legends of Tomorrow out.
Bye.
DCTV fans, thank you always for joining us here at the DCTV Universe. Make sure you subscribe to Watch What's On so you can get a hell of a lot more of this guy, a hell of a lot more of this hat. Loads more of the girls. Guys, have a wonderful mid-season break. Of course, make sure to hit us up on Twitter, #what?
DCTV Crew.
And where do you find us on YouTube?
On Watch What's On.
Boom, crushed it.
Bam!
Mwah.